Some things are infinite. There's no biggest number, no farthest step, no end to love your children. Nobody on earth can ever love you more than your parents. A very good afternoon to one and all. We, the members of the Consumer Rights Clinic of the V.M. Salgaonkar College of Law, take this opportunity to present before you all a case of medical negligence instituted by the parents of a newborn who were truly distressed and grieved by the deformities formed in the newly conceived child. We attempt to bring before you all the procedure followed in the State Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission from the very first stage till the disposal of the case. Yash and Hema were a happy living couple, recently married in the year 2021. Hema was expecting a child in the year 2021. During her pregnancy, she took utmost good care of her fetus and she also performed various ultrasounds. Presenting you the first scene where Hema fell sick and the couple decided to visit their family physician, Dr. Riya Sharma.
Yash! Yash!
Hema, what happened? What happened?
I'm having bad stomach pain.
Don't worry, you'll be fine soon. We'll take you to Dr. Riya Sharma and she'll prescribe some medicines for all these use. Doctor, may we come in?
Yeah, sure. Please have a seat. Okay, tell me your issue.
Doctor, I'm not keeping well since last night. And I've been having mild fever and I'm really having bad stomach. Also, I'm 2 months into my pregnancy and I'm worried about that.
Nothing to worry as of now. I'll prescribe you some medicines. You take these medicines with the prescribed time. And I strictly suggest you to do your ultrasounds done. If possible, every month you do your ultrasound for the safe monitoring of your child. Okay? So take a
Thank you so much, doctor.
Soon after a week, Hema was cured of a fever. After a long delay of 5 months, Mr. Yash decided to get Hema's ultrasound done with Dr. Priyanka, sonologist at Fast Track Hospital.
Doctor, may we come in?
yes, please have a seat.
Thank you, doctor. Doctor, I've brought my wife here, Hema, today for an ultrasound. She's in the 8th month of pregnancy.
We will get her ultrasound. Nurse, please take it. This is Himani Sandra.
After performing the ultrasound, Hema consecutively performed another 2 ultrasounds in the coming month. Hema took her routine medicines as per the advice given by the doctor. She got admitted on 11 September 2022 to give birth to her child.
okay?
Pain.
What happened?
Pain.
Okay, breathe, breathe.
I think water broke.
I'll get you some water.
No, I don't want water. Water broke here. Take me to the hospital.
You'll be fine.
Yes, please. This is horrible. Where's the baby? Did you see the baby? Is it a girl or boy?
After giving birth to the child, it was seen that the baby was born with multiple deformities. The child was born without a left hand and a right leg.
There is a baby there. No, this is not my child. What is this?
No! What has happened? This cannot be a child at all.
I didn't give birth to that. This is your only child. No, this is not
I
my
want to
child.
speak to the doctor right now.
What is going on in this hospital?
Yash quickly rushed to meet the senior obstetrician of the hospital to inquire of the same.
Doctor, what has happened to my child? No, I don't want to sit down. Tell me what has happened to my child. How can this happen to my child, doctor? My child has been born without an arm and a leg. What is copomelia? You tell me what is that? I cannot believe this has happened right now.
It is a very rare condition where the arm or the leg of the child is either missing or is underdeveloped. This is a very rare condition, and if at all it was detected in the ultrasound, then we could have removed the placenta and this pregnancy could have been avoided. I am very sorry for your condition, but there is nothing but I can do.
Negligence from your side, and I won't let this go.
The senior obstetrician of the hospital informed Yash that if the disability was detected at an early stage in the ultrasound report, the placenta would have been removed considering the disability of the fetus.
Hema, what has happened? How can this happen to us? After taking all due care, all timely medications,
I can't stand
timely
it.
ultrasounds, and everything, how can this happen? How can a baby be born with so many deformities?
This is utter negligence on behalf of the hospital. I can't stand looking at the baby like that.
This is utter
We have to do
negligence.
something about this.
I'm going to take the sonologist to court for the negligence is done and for the child has been born deformed.
The couple were truly shaken and grieved by this incident. They decided to file a complaint in the State Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. Hema and Yash approached their respective advocate and explained her their case.
Ma'am, do you comment? Please.
So ma'am, recently I delivered my baby, and baby is born with severe abnormalities. He does not have a hand and a leg. So this is entirely because of the negligent part of the hospital. If they had to warn us about any abnormalities in the fetus at that point of time, we could have done something. We could have got the baby there at that time. Would you like to no? Thank you so much. Can I see the baby or a picture?
No, we did not get the baby, but we have a picture of the baby. So as you can see.
That is really sad. It's a pity to look at it every day. I'm empathetic towards the situation. I will have to ask you a few questions, so please answer honestly so that I can get an overview of your situation. Okay. When was your first visit to the doctor?
As you can see, in November, all the tests were done and they were normal.
Did you consume any alcohol or medications other than the prescribed one? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I was really taking care of the baby myself. Alright. Did you get any ultrasounds done during your pregnancy? I did 3 ultrasounds altogether. The first one I did in the second month of
The
my
first was in the second month of pregnancy, the second ultrasound was the 5th, and the last was in the 8th month of pregnancy.
Were there any give the legal notice prior to that, and non-compliance to it, we will move to the court. Thank you so much.
Soon after, a legal notice was sent to the sonologist, but the same was not complied with. So the advocate for the complainant filed in the State Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission claiming an amount of rupees 60 lakh as compensation for the loss caused to the couple. Consumer trials are not the same as ordinary court trials, as they are treated as summary trials. They do not follow the ordinary court procedures. In consumer trials, there is no examination of witnesses. Instead, there is evidence expired and replies given. But for the purpose of the trial, we are showing examination of witnesses as part of the trial. Court scene.
All rise. Consumer complaint number 7 of 2023, Hema and another versus Dr. Priyanka Pawar and another.
Your Honor, this is counsel for the complainant.
Your Honor, this is counsel appearing on behalf of the opposite party.
Your Honor, as the matter has reached at the stage of evidence of witnesses, I would like to call upon my witness for examination.
Complainant witness number 1, Mrs. Hema. Your name, age, your residence, here is right hand forward. Repeat what I say. I do swear in the name of God
I do swear in the name of God
that whatever I shall say,
that whatever I shall state,
I shall state the truth,
I shall state the truth,
the absolute truth,
the absolute truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth. Mrs. Hema, I will ask you a few questions now. When did you conceive? Conceived in December 2022. During the course of your pregnancy, did you get how many ultrasounds did you get? I done total of 3 ultrasounds. The first one was in the second month. The second one was in the 5th month of pregnancy, and the last one was in the 8th month of pregnancy. And what did all the reports suggest? The reports were all good. Your Honor, may please note that my client underwent 3 ultrasound. The first one was during the 2nd month of her pregnancy. The second one was during her 5th month of pregnancy, and the third, that is the last ultrasound, was during the 8th month of pregnancy, and all the reports were normal as per the sonography. Yes, Mrs. Hema, after giving birth, when you noticed that your child was born with deformity, what did you do? I was really shocked by the view that I had to see. I was not expecting it. I was traumatized at that point. So my husband went and spoke to the senior obstetrician, and they suggested that in case they had to identify that there were some abnormalities in the fetus at that point of time, then they would have aborted the baby. And we would have been saved from so much of trauma and agony that we went through. Thank you, Mrs. Hema. No more questions, Your Honor.
I have some questions for you as well. So, is it correct that you conceived in 2021?
Yes, absolutely.
Is it also correct that under one Dr. Kushi Singh, you supposedly took very good care of your fetus?
I did.
Is it also correct that your family physician advised you to take ultrasound for the new procedure of this pregnancy?
Yes.
Okay. And after your 6th 5 months, that is, you visited fast track hospitals for your ultrasound.
Yes, I did.
Is it also correct that all your reports were normal?
They were all normal.
Mrs. Hema, your child was born with disabilities. Now, is it correct that the senior obstetrician noted that if at all the disabilities were detected in the initial reports, the placenta would have been removed? Is that correct?
Yes, that is what they stated.
Your Honor, the question is whether the senior obstetrician noted that if the disabilities were at all detected in the earlier stages, whether the placenta would have been removed. Was the question, and Mrs. Hema, come next. I'm very sorry for your situation here, but is it correct that you still relax?
Yes, we did fight.
And on the basis of that, you expected to get correct report? Your Honor, please. I say that there is no negligence on part of the doctor as well as the hospital.
There is some negligence on the part of the hospital. If they had told us what was wrong with the fetus, we would have not gone to something that we are going on now. Nobody witnessed it. We did.
So,
It is their negligence.
Mrs. Hema, I just have one more question for you. You filed for medical negligence. Let me just ask you whether Dr. Priyanka Pawar was apt in providing all the necessary
She
reports.
was.
Your Honor, please note Dr. Priyanka Pawar as well as the hospital were nowhere negligent in this matter, and they had provided all the apt resources report that were required. No further questions. Your Honor, I would like to call my next witness.
Witness number 2, senior obstetrician. Your name, age, your residence. Repeat what I say. I do swear in the name of God
I do swear in the name of God
that whatever I shall state,
that whatever
I shall state the truth,
I shall state the truth,
the absolute truth,
the absolute truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
Mrs. Saloni, so you have been working as a senior obstetrician at Fast Track Hospital.
Yes.
How many years have you been working?
About 12 years.
Now, in this present case that we have today, the child was born with deformity. So, according to your expertise, what do you think were the reasons for this deformity?
I believe the deformity was caused because of a rare condition called as phocomelia, which affects the hand or the leg of a child, and they are either missing or they are not properly formed. So this condition is very rare, and I believe it was because of this condition.
And after this new pregnancy and the deformity is caused, what did you do? What is your notice?
What my routine was that if this deformity was detected earlier in the ultrasound, the placenta of the mother could have been removed and this pregnancy could have been avoided.
Your Honor, please note, no further questions.
Dr. Saloni Bharat, is it true that you are a registered senior obstetrician working at the Fast Track Hospital?
Yes,
Does it imply that you have ample amount of knowledge and experience in your field?
of course.
Okay, so according to your knowledge and expertise, at which month of pregnancy do the hands and legs of a baby
by the end of the third month.
Does that, okay. You stated in the witness box just now that you claim that my client's child is suffering from a condition called Focopedia, correct?
Yes.
Let us assume for a minute that you are correct. Even so, such a condition, such a deformity in the child had to have been found in the 8th month ultrasound report.
Yes. Yes.
I say that the deformities in the child ought to have been found in the 8th month ultrasound report. The fact that they were not found is nothing but blatant medical negligence on the part of the sonologist.
There was no negligence on our part. My doctors were apt in providing all the reports to the patient.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Witness number 3, Dr. Priyanka Pawar. Your name? Priyanka Pawar. Age? Your residence? Please take your right hand forward. Repeat what I say. I do swear in the name of God. I do swear in the name of God. That whatever I shall say. That whatever I shall say. I shall say the truth. I shall say the truth. The absolute truth. The absolute truth. And nothing but the truth. And nothing but the truth.
So, Mrs. Pawar, you are working at Fastnet Hospital. So, what is your position at Fastnet Hospital? You are working as a sonologist. And how long have you been practicing as a sonologist?
Since 10 years.
And when did you supposedly meet this Mrs. Neha? What was her requisite condition during her time of pregnancy?
She was in
What did you notice? You did 3 ultrasound reports of her, and what did you notice in those reports? What were the results?
all reports of her.
No further questions here.
Dr. Priyanka Pawar, how many times has my client visited you for the purpose of ultrasounds during the course of a pregnancy?
3 times.
I say that the reports provided by you were ignored.
No, they are correct.
Then how come the deformity is not found even in the 8th month of pregnancy?
Because it's a rare condition. But
Dr. Priyanka Pawar, I state that you were negligent in discharging your duties as a doctor.
no, obviously.
No more further questions, Your Honor.
The trial is now completed. The next stage is the argument stage or the submission. Both the counsels, that is the counsel for the complainant and the counsel for the opposite party, will submit before the court.
Your Honor, before I begin with my arguments, I would like to cite the landmark judgment. This is a copy of the judgment. In the case of Indian Medical Association versus V.P. Shanta, the Supreme Court has held that medical services are protected under the Consumer Protection Act. In this case, the Supreme Court has clarified that services provided to a patient by a medical practitioner by way of diagnosis, consultation, as well as treatment, both medically as well as surgically, come within the purview of the Consumer Protection Act of 2019. What has happened to my client is nothing but blatant medical negligence on the part of the sonologist as well as the hospital. The essentials of medical negligence are duty towards the patient, deficiency of duty towards the patient, and my client had to suffer from tremendous mental agony as well as trauma. Your Honor, the deformities in the child ought to have been noticed in the 8-month ultrasound report and had the sonography been performed correctly. Also, if the deformities had been found earlier, the pregnancy would have been terminated medically under the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act of 1971. This would have saved my client from the tremendous mental agony that they had to go through. Your Honor, I would like to cite another judgment. In the case of minor lady versus GM hospital, a premature baby was born and was put into the incubator. He contracted some sort of infection due to which he developed gangrene. The commissioner said that it was a clear negligence on the part of the doctor, the nursing staff in the hospital, and deficiency in services in not maintaining sterilized incubator. Your Honor, it was the responsibility of the sonologist and the hospital to provide correct ultrasound reports to my client and take due care while carrying out the diagnosis. Thus, the sonologist as well as the partner hospital is vicariously liable for the negligence and deficiency in services of the sonologist. Therefore, I pay a compensation. I pay for a compensation of rupees 60 lakhs to be granted to my client for the medical expenses that are to be incurred for the rest of the life of the child for his treatment, for the shortening of the life expectancy of the child, as well as the mental agony that my clients had to go through due to the negligence of the medical staff. The counsel rests the case.
Your Honor, it is only submitted before this Honorable Commission that Dr. Pawar as well as Fasttrack Hospital are nowhere liable for medical negligence. For this, I would like to again cite this judgment of Indian Medical Association versus VP Shanta. Your Honor, if you specifically refer to page 12, para 6, it states that as long as a doctor follows a practice acceptable to the medical profession as on that day, he or she cannot be held liable for negligence merely because a better alternative course or method of treatment was available. Your Honor, if you Honor may note, negligence, what is negligence? Negligence is a breach of duty caused by omission to do something which a reasonable or a prudent man would not do. And the consumer court hold those doctors and hospitals liable where their deficient services were of such a reckless nature that no one could exonerate them. Your Honor, in the present matter, Dr. Priyanka Pawar as well as Fasttrack Hospital were apt in providing their services as well as furnishing the reports. Your Honor, I would like to state another judgment of Dr. Keshav Rao V. Yadav versus Dr. JVS Hospitals. Your Honor, this case clearly elucidates what are the essentials for medical negligence. It states the 4 Ds of medical negligence are duty, dereliction, direct cause, and damages. Your Honor, I say that none of these have been satisfied in the present case. My clients cannot be held liable for medical negligence. Nevertheless, a simple care or error of judgment or an accident is not proof of negligence on part of the doctor under this Act. Moreover, Your Honor, the practitioner must bring to his task a reasonable degree of care and knowledge and nothing extraordinary. As it clearly states, neither a very high or neither a very low degree of care and competence. Your Honor, it is also submitted that the current situation is a yield of rare but a natural act which is beyond the reasonable control. And it will be erroneous to conclude that the deformity caused was a result of medical negligence, Your Honor. The complainants have failed to satisfy the requisites required to form the charge. Furthermore, the counsel also contends that the complainant is running on a fool's errand by trying to leverage the current situation to extort monetary benefits from the doctor as well as the hospital. It is clear and evident that Dr. Priyanka Pawar was apt in furnishing all the reports that were necessary, that were true to the best of her knowledge. It is nowhere alleged in the fact that the services provided by the hospital were anywhere in the scope of deficiency. Your Honor, the Council contends that there is no case for medical negligence under the purview of this Act, and it is humbly prayed before this Honourable Commission to dismiss the complaint for compensation and pass any order deemed fit in the light of justice, equity, and good conscience. The Council rests.
The argument and submissions are completed, and now the President will pronounce the judgment.
After weighing the case of both sides, we apply our judicial mind to the circumstances of both sides and deem it just and proper that the opposite parties are liable to pay an amount of rupees 55 lakhs. The amount shall be kept in fixed deposit in the name of the child. The fixed deposit amount will have an auto renewal from time to time, and it will be paid to the child only after attaining the age of 26 years. The opposite parties are directed to deposit the amount within a period of 45 days, failing which the opposite party shall be liable to an interest of 8% per annum on the total amount of 55 lakh. We also award cost of rupees 1 lakh to be paid to the complainant for her mental agony, and also award cost of rupees 10,000 towards cost of litigation. The amount of rupees 1 lakh shall be paid to the complainant and should not be deposited in fixed deposit. With the aforesaid observation and direction, the consumer case is disposed of with cost.
All right.
Medical negligence has become one of the serious issues in the country in the recent years. Even the medical profession, which is known to be one of the noblest professions, is not immune to negligence, which often results in death of the patient, or complete or partial impairment, or any other misery which has adverse effects on the patient's health. Around 52 lakh medical injuries are recorded every year in India, out of which 98,000 people in the country lose their lives in a year because of medical negligence. It is really a serious concern for the entire nation that 10 people fall victim to medical negligence every minute, and more than 11 people die every hour in the country due to this medical error. To conclude, every doctor enters into the medical profession and has an equal duty of care towards their patient. If the duty is not performed with utmost importance and care, there occurs a breach in his duty, which eventually leads to causing of damage to the patient. As we come towards the end of the consumer mock trial, I would like to thank one and all present here for being patient and cooperative. Special thanks to our Professor Rao and Professor Amal Kazi for guiding us throughout the entire procedure. Lastly, let me introduce to you all the students that have played the eminent character. So we have Nivan, who played the role of the husband. Rosaria, who was the wife. Vakrata as Dr. Riya Sharma, who was the physician. Rashmi as Dr. Priyanka Pawar, who was the zoologist. Saloni as senior obstetrician. Rachel and Shraddha as nurses. Jonas as the president of the State Dispute Redressal Commission. Kunal as the member who is on the dais, you can see. Sakshi as the bench clerk. Aditi as the stenographer. Not forgetting our support system, Deepraj, Anish, Atish, Narayan. Kanika also one of the members. Our support staff, Sir Bharat and Sir Anand for being there. And a very big thank you to our respected principal, administrator for being there today to witness this mock trial.
Yourself. Come, friend. Give to him.
We couldn't forget our councils, Isha and Raj.
And not to forget the narrator, Ms. Bashi.